Derek Sloan here. I'm with Tom Marazzo. We're in Ottawa today. We saw Tom testify at the Emergency Act inquiry today. It's an exciting day. We had Keith Wilson, who is the lawyer for a variety of convoy participants, and Tom had his day on the stand today. Tom, what did it feel like? How do you feel it went?
Well, I've done so many interviews about the convoy that it felt very similar to just doing another interview, which I'm always happy to do, to tell the truth about what actually really happened. So I went for a really long jog this morning, burned off all that nervous energy, and actually pretty good workout, and it actually helped. I wasn't nervous at all.
Well, you seemed really confident on the stand for sure, and you said some things there that I think are real takeaways from the whole event. And one of the things you said was basically that there was no opposition in Ottawa. So Conservatives, NDP, nobody was saying anything, and so you felt that somebody had to stand up.
Yeah, there was unelected people that have held political office before. There was yourself, there was Maxime Bernier, and there's Randy Hillier, who was still an MPP. But that is probably the sum total, maybe Roman Baber and a couple others, the sum total of people that were at either held office or at one point did hold office, that were doing things. And that is it. There was no opposition to the Liberal government or Ford's government or any other government. There was just no opposition, and the government just basically steamrolled the people.
What are some key pieces of information that you think you brought out today in your testimony?
I think again, we re-emphasized how hard we worked to take the pressure off the residents, and also to take the pressure off the police, and always keep the safety lanes open for emergency services, because it was really important to us. And so, that again was confirmed by their own testimony, but when we got on the stand, Keith and I and some of the others, we also confirmed that too.
I think the government lawyer was trying to pin on you several things. One thing I think was the fact that you guys were not, you were creating chaos in the downtown, not keeping emergency lanes open. They were also trying to pin on you this memorandum of understanding, and how you were supposedly urging on this sort of revolutionary takeover of the government, and then also this racism charge.
Yeah.
And I think you handled it quite well. It's very clear to me that the memorandum of understanding is was a dream, I suppose, of some people who maybe don't fully understand the way that the Constitution works, or the way that things work here in Canada. But I don't think there was anything that you did that was actively promoting an overthrow of the Canadian government.
Yeah.
Do you want to comment on that at all?
Yeah, absolutely not. I mean, there was never any desire by the vast majority of the groups within the convoy that wanted to overthrow the government. And I would also argue that, nobody submits a memo to the government expecting a violent overthrow. Like if you want to overthrow a government, you don't submit paperwork. Like you actually, there's a different way of going about it. And what they did, the people that drafted the MOU, I don't think they understood what they were doing, but they believed that they were following a mechanism within government to get the Liberal government to resign. So they believed that they were following a legitimate process. Unfortunately, when I saw it, I didn't believe it was, and I asked them to retract it. And whether or not, my conversation had any impact, I'll never know. But I had hoped that they would retract it, and it was retracted by their own accord.
Well, the government, in my view, is standing on some very flimsy evidence. The memorandum of understanding, again, was an idea by a group of people that thought that they had sort of a peaceful way to make some changes in Ottawa. Yes. It turns out that memorandum didn't go anywhere, but it by no means was a call for violent overthrow in Ottawa. Yeah. And I think your testimony made it very clear that memorandum was really not at the center of what you guys were doing here.
Absolutely.
In Ottawa.
Absolutely. We were here to end all federal mandates related to COVID-19.
Absolutely.
And that's the only real reason the vast majority of us were here. And I know there's other people that had different ideas, but we were here to end the federal mandates, period.
So we have an exciting week coming up. We have Tamara Litch testifying tomorrow. We have Maggie Braun, who was someone who was beaten up by the police. We have Chris Deering,
Yes.
who's testifying. And also, so Chris Deering is a veteran from Afghanistan that was beaten up, had his medals ripped off his uniform in front of the War Memorial, I believe.
Yes.
And we have Danny Bulford testifying who on Friday, who's the former RCMP security detail for Prime Minister Trudeau. So any thoughts about the week ahead or what happened today or just generally what's going on here at the inquiry?
Generally, I would say the inquiry is going extremely well, much better than I think we would have all anticipated. It is clear to me, and I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not sophisticated in terms of the way that the lawyers see it. Mm-hmm. But I would certainly say that the commission, who are here to investigate the truth, not with an agenda, other than to find out the truth, I think they get it. I think they knew a week ago that this wasn't justified, and I'm very excited. I'm very optimistic, and I believe that this report is going to come out and say that yes, Justin Trudeau was completely unjustified in what he did.
I completely agree with you, and I think that the truth is coming out day by day. And in fact, I think this inquiry is going better than any of us would have thought it would. So stay tuned for more exciting updates. I can't wait to see what the rest of the week holds.
Yeah, me too. I'm pretty excited.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Talk to you again soon.
Thinking about the kind of world we're looking for. Proud to fly a flag for all to see. Where children laugh and play without uncertainty. An undivided world together, strong and free. The time has come to take a stand and save our native land.